Hey, what's up, my people? This is Carlos. I hope y'all having a good day out in nature. And I'm just want to share a little bit of a story that I went through when I was locked up in prison. And the reason I tell these stories is for the youth out there to learn from these stories and hopefully won't go through what I went through. Okay, and for anybody for that matter. And this story is kind of like I remember when I got locked up and seeing the parole board for the first time. Okay, I was excited. I got all dressed up and ironed my clothes up because we were able to borrow an iron, from the guards, and iron your clothes if you wanted to. You all had to wait to wear stay green, you know, all green, and a white shirt underneath. Okay, and so I remember I ironed up my clothes. I was looking nice and sharp, and I knew what I was gonna say. And when I got in front of them, I just froze. Like, they asked me. I was so nervous. They said, "Why should we let you out?" This is 5 years after, I had been locked up, and I was just like, well, because I feel that I've learned my lesson. And so, and they just like was not having it. And how do you feel? I was like, you know what, I made a mistake, and I deserve what I got, the time that I got, and the time that I'm doing for those aggravated robberies, and so I deserve what I got, and so I'm gonna take it as it is. Whenever you guys think that it's the best time for me to get out, and so they didn't let me out. I remember they said, come back in 2 years to see us again. So that was hard for me because I was like, oh man, I thought I had a chance. I've been doing good, staying out of trouble, doing my programs and everything inside, and they tell me 2 years setback. I have to come back and see them in 2 years. So all that time I just finish up on more programs, and just things that they recommend before you see the parole board next time. Do a lot of schooling, take programs to help you, like drug abuse, alcohol, all those things, AA. And so I started taking all those programs, right? And after 2 years came around, I seen him again, and I sit in front of him again, a board of about, I think it's 5 members, right? And I had to convince him, why should I let you out? Why should we let you out after your crime? You committed an aggravated crime, aggravated robbery. Why should we let you out this time? So, I pretty much said the same thing. I learned my lesson, and I've been taking the programs, and I think I can be a better contributor to society. I can help. I can even I can even get a job out there because I've been taking so many programs, janitorial certificates, this and that, and where I feel that I could go right into society and start producing, start getting a job. And they were not having it again. They let me. They didn't tell me there, that they denied me. But a little bit later in the day, my case manager called me in his office. He was like, they denied you. But at least this is just for 1 year, so they want to see you again next year around the same time. So I was like, damn. So next time came around, the third time, and the third time they did let me out. Thank God they had been a little bit over 8 years by then, and the feeling of just when they told me, that my case manager called me in again after on my third time, my 8th year, and he was just like, they let you out, buddy. You're free to go. Even though I still had a few more years left, I was happy that they let me out. And I was so excited. I was just like, I have to stay out of trouble this whole time because I had to wait for like 5 months for them to let me go. So I still had to make sure I stayed clean. I didn't get into any trouble. If I got any type of write-up, if they wrote me up for anything, for just the smallest thing that I could get in trouble for, I would lose everything. I would lose my fucking parole, and I would have to wait again another year, and start over again. So I was trying to be good, stay out of trouble. Didn't hang out too much with the boys or anything because I just wanted to stay out of the mix, just so I didn't, not to get in any trouble and extend my time. So shit. But when after those 5 months came around, I was out, boy. It was like the best moment, the best feeling I had, knowing that I was free, and just being in the back of that bus. I remember just on my way, I still had to go see the immigration judge, so but I knew I was on my way from that point to my home, you know what I mean? So I was just on the back of that bus, still chained up, from feet to with shackles, and in the back of my hands, in front of my hands, I was also cuffed up. But the feeling was like these are probably going to be the last time. This is probably going to be one of the last times that I'm ever shackled, and handcuffed. So to me, that feeling was just great, being in the back of the bus, knowing that it's instead of going into prison, like I remember coming in the same bus. I remember coming in the same fucking bus to prison. This time I was taking the same bus. How ironic, right? I was taking the same fucking bus to all my way fucking to my house, to my home, to immigration, so they can just either deport me or let me out. But either way, I didn't care. I just wanted to be with my family, So, and that was great. And I remember getting there into immigration. I get there in immigration, they're like, okay, so pretty much I knew I was going to get deported because my crime was aggravated, and it was, I just knew that I had no chance. So pretty much I told the judge, Judge, I'm sorry I fucked everything up, and just, if you just please rush through the procedures so I can just be with my family. I've done already 8 years, so I just, if you could. And he was like, okay, he was nice about it. He had me out of the country in 3 days. 3 days later, I was gone. And I was over here in Honduras. So at least I appreciate the judge was nice enough to be like, you know what, you accepted your mistakes, and you ain't got nothing to fight or to cry about there. I knew I was getting deported, so it's my country anyway. I love my country. I made a mistake over there in the U.S., but now, now I'm better. I have my family. I'm doing things better. I'm learning the internet stuff. I'm learning a lot of stuff about online marketing and doing independent work, freelancing work, such as using the Upwork.com. I'm making money doing that. I don't have to do that 8 to 5 bullshit anymore. So one thing that I learned being in prison, it taught me to be responsible, and it taught me to learn, to get out there and learn stuff. Things don't come easy. You can't expect to go out there and just take stuff from society. You have to work hard, and we all have a brain, a potential to do whatever we want out of life. And so I learned so much shit that now I'm making a little bit of money online, doing what I know. So anybody out there, follow your dream, whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. It doesn't matter what you've been through, what you've done in your past, what kind of life you lived in the past. What matters is your life now, And whether you're doing good or doing bad out there, even if you're doing the wrong thing out there, it's not too late to turn around and do the right thing and avoid all those headaches and all that bullshit you can go through. Avoiding prison is the best thing, the best motto. Just do the right thing, work hard at your dream. We're all smart. Just let's learn to be disciplined and use this that we have, God gave us. So, and that is my little story for today. And y'all take care. It was nice talking to you. Have a good weekend coming up as well. Love you, my steaming community, and I'll be dropping another video pretty soon here. All right, take care, y'all.